Okay, I want to talk about why tinnitus feels worse after you wake up from a nap. And I've seen people on forums being like, don't take naps. And I'm like, that's absurd. But we're going to talk about why it feels worse after a nap because a lot of people report this. So, when you're waking up from a nap, your brain is booting on, right? So you're like, probably like, duh. Yeah, your brain is booting on. When your brain is booting on, it's scanning for your awareness for what like sounds, because that's what it does when it boots on. And the first thing it's going to gravitate towards is the thing that is the most important to you, the thing that you've told it is important. And guess what you told it is important? That's right. The tinnitus sound. Your brain sees that as important, and so that's the first thing that's it's going to be in your awareness when you wake up from a nap, because that's the thing that it wants to fix. That's the thing that it wants to focus on and think about. Thanks to you, you've done that. Now, you didn't do it on purpose. You did it by freaking out about it, not following the path of habituation, not trying to habituate, and over time, this basically manifests in where you are aware of tinnitus all the time. You're aware of it when you wake up. You're aware of it when you wake up from a nap, from sleeping all night, at night. But here's the silver lining: is that it doesn't mean that the nap made your hearing worse. It doesn't mean that the nap like turned the volume up, right? It just means that you're more aware of it during the morning when you wake up from a nap and at night. And there's reasons for that, but the the thing about the nap is that, yeah, your brain's scanning for threats. Your brain is scanning for anything of importance because that's what you have to do when you wake up, right? So like when you wake up in the morning, you're like, okay, what do I need to do? Well, I need to go to work, need to get my coffee going, need to take a shower, right? But if you're suffering with tinnitus, you're waking up, you're like, oh my gosh, the tinnitus, right? But a normal person who hasn't suffered from tinnitus, or a person like me who's fully habituated, wakes up and thinks, I have to make videos, I have this code I have to do this, I gotta do that, all this other stuff that doesn't involve tinnitus, aka silence. That's the silence. That's how you were when it was normal, when you were normal, before tinnitus was everywhere and all the time, and it was the first thing you thought about and heard when you woke up from a nap. So the goal is to get you back to a normal frame of mind, a normal state where you're waking up not thinking about tinnitus, you're waking up, that's right, and thinking about life as you should be. That is when we consider someone AKA cured, because their psychologically, their psyche is back to a place where they were before the tinnitus. And that's exactly the power that's what we can get you to. That's what tinnitus.health gets people to. And that is really the treatment. Isn't trying to tackle the sound, it's addressing our thoughts, it's addressing our reaction to the sound. And over time, yes, you'll wake up from a nap and you won't even hear it. You'll wake up from a nap and your brain will think about other things that you have to do, taking a shower or whatever you do when you have to get up from a nap, other things. That takes time, that doesn't happen all at once, but yeah, we do that. I can do that. My business does that for people. We help people do that. It takes time, so you have to be consistent with the habits. I found the hardest thing for people is the consistency. People don't want to do the time. They don't want to put in the time, to consistently do everything in the app day by day, weeks after weeks, months after months, year after year sometimes. And if you're not consistently doing it, you're not going to see the results that you would have if you stay consistent. So consistency is key. That's why tinnitus is loud after a nap. And yes, you can fix that. And yes, you can go back to waking up from a nap and just thinking about normal things. And the process is habituation. And when someone reaches that state where they wake up in the morning and they don't hear their tinnitus, we can effectively stamp the cured on them. Cha-ching. Even though sometimes they still do hear the sound, they're effectively cured. Thank you so much for watching this channel. If you want to walk that out and do that and get that healing, go to tinnitus.health. Click the link below. I will also put a pinned comment. You can click a pinned comment, click that too, or just type tinnitus.health into the browser. I thank you so much for watching these videos. Share them so it helps the algorithm. Smash the subscribe button, also helps the algorithm, and that doesn't cost you anything. It gets this this treatment to as many people who are suffering as possible. And until next time, I'll talk to you later. Peace.